We're here at the 2014 Yami YZ450F launch, and here with Josh Coppens, and reigning MX1 class champ Josh Coppens. Geez, it almost feels like a couple of seasons since we haven't seen you around, Josh, but just tell us a bit about your involvement with today.
Well, yeah, obviously I'm working closely with Dakar still, and we shared Billy McKenzie for the New Zealand Nationals, and then I tried to get him in decent shape before we started here with Dakar, and still do a wee bit of testing for CDR and a wee bit for Yamaha. So here I've done a wee bit with this 14 bike earlier, just trying to find some directions. So yeah, just do a wee bit of everything and not a lot of much. So yeah, keeps me busy.
I think you undersell yourself a little bit there, Josh. But look, 12 months ago, mate, we were at Appen. You announced your retirement there. It wasn't a huge surprise for a lot of people. You'd have, I think, 17 years on the GP circuit. It wasn't really clear at that stage how you were going to work together with Yamaha in New Zealand, and I guess the cross-pollination between yourself and Craig Dack and the CDR team here in Oz. Can you give us a bit of an insight into how that actually all works?
Well, it wasn't that clear for me either, and we just chatted about it a few minutes ago, actually. I went into the office, I always thought there'd be something there with Yamaha, and I think they wanted me to focus on winning the championship. And then I went into the meeting to get my team up and running in New Zealand, and I never even sort of dawned on me that they might say no, but managed to get the deal across the table, and here I am today, and the team's been successful in its first year and doing more and more with Craig, and getting more and more involved with Yamaha, and it's a pretty tight-knit group, and they've opened their arms to me, so it's nice.
And I heard you talking, Billy, a little earlier, sort of making tentative plans for some of the December, January stuff over in New Zealand.
Yeah, I'd like Billy to do more. He was a real asset for our team this year. We won the 105 class, we won the MX2, and we were second with him in MX1, but if we didn't have anyone up there in MX1, it would have been, the other two wins would have been quite hollow, MX1 being the premier class. So definitely like to have him back, and he was a pleasure to work with, and he really enjoyed himself, and I worked hard to make him comfortable, but he worked hard for me, so it was a good relationship from the get-go.
Hervey Bay, the weekend just gone, must have been good. I mean, to have some of the guys from Yamaha Motor Corp out here, I mean, it couldn't have been a better day for Yamaha. He won all four classes, the two junior classes, MX1 and MX2. From being on the sidelines, what did you see? Obviously great to see Billy win, and the fact that Superpole plays a pretty key part and has influenced not only people getting onto the podium, but the actual places on the podium this year.
Well, first of all, it was good to see Billy win. It had been 2 years, so that was already a good start. And for CDR, first win since I've gone. So I think Moree last year was the last time I won. So that was cool for them. MX2 class, Serco just killing it there, doing great. But I was really happy to see Jay Wilson win the under-19s. I really rate that kid and think he's got a lot of potential. So I was happy to see his first win of the season. And then watching the young guys in, I think it's MXR, the rookies. Yeah, yep. Really, Yamaha's got 3 good riders there. I was impressed to watch them. It was nice, and they're riders that I could be working with in the future. So I found myself out on the track all day watching and really enjoying it. And it was a tough, demanding track, and nice for Yamaha to do so well also.
Now, I noticed a little while ago, I think on Instagram, we posted a shot where there's a bunch of whole shot checks and the $500 GoPro Super Pole Award, and I think you said something back in my day they didn't give out that sort of stuff. Talking to you earlier, you said I think you got 5 pole positions, so there's $2,500 straight up last year, plus 25 points as well that you didn't actually collect. What happened? As soon as you went, Josh, they pulled all this coin out.
Yeah, not only that, they went to the 230s as well, motos, which would have really suited me. Those 415s in 2011 killed me. I don't think I won a first moto all year long, and then even last year I only won a first moto once in Perth. So 230s would have been good, and $2,500 would have been better, and 25 championship points would have even made it easier. So I always qualified pretty well coming from Europe. It's something that we worked hard on. Really important for the gate position to have a good pick. Not so important here in Australia, but now there's points up for grabs. Very important. So yeah, Kevy Williams let me down a wee bit there, but still got the championship, so that's all that matters, I guess.
Absolutely, mate. Obviously here for the 2014 launch, and we saw some of the video last night. You've spent a bit of time not only running in the bikes, but just sort of making sure that they're set up right. Just tell us a little bit about the experience and the differences from last year to this year's bike.
More traction front end, definitely a lot more traction rear end. Really good power, smooth broad power. Just a good all-round bike. I think everywhere they wanted to improve, I feel like you can actually feel they've done it. That centralisation of all the weight mass, it feels nice and light. Just a good bike to ride with, and even going back a step to the 13 bike, that was still probably my favourite bike of my career. CDR had good time with that bike. I enjoyed it, and so to get straight on a production 14 and feel like I was ready to race it was it was really, it showed how much work Yamaha put in, and a really fun, nice bike to ride.
Well, Josh, it's great to see you out here, mate. I was really sad when you retired. I thought you'd go and disappear and farm sheep or something like that. But great to see you still in the blue shirt and obviously getting very involved with both teams. And it looks like it's going to be a really interesting future for you guys.
Yeah, it is. Sometimes I wonder what I got myself into. Every now and then, it's like the racing was a hell of a lot easier than what I'm doing now, and the paycheck was bigger. So sometimes you wonder what you're doing, but it's challenging and it's motivating me, and I am enjoying it. And it's nice to see some of my riders do so well this year, and it's good to still be involved, like you say. So hopefully good things to come.
Good stuff, mate. Thanks for your time.
Cheers.